Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Right. We are ready to get started. This week we don't have just one teacher to lead us into meditation, but we have a whole collection of beautiful teachers for every morning's meditation this week. And today's message takes a look at the world around us, takes a look at society around us. Somebody, good morning, hello, awesome seeing you. And it takes a bit of a pause to recognize what society has created. The first thought I have is from Jaiya John. He says, if being appropriate means conforming to a deeply pathological society, then be wildly inappropriate. He says, if finally seeing the oppressive suffering of others is painful, then endure the pain. If you want freedom from denial and guilt, then surrender to truth. Don't just observe the revolution, be the revolution. Annihilate your old self. Give birth to your original soul. Raise it. Anna-Marie, good morning. Shabs, good morning. Maggie, good morning. Awesome seeing you all. It's not just Jaiya John that feels that way. One of the most famous, well-known quotes from Jiddu Krishnamurti is him saying, "It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society." And it doesn't just stop with the two of them. There's many more that felt exactly the same. Richard Foster says, conforming to a sick society is to be sick. Edward Abbey says, we live in a society in which it's normal to be sick and sick to be normal. Rob Walton says, the only reality in our society, and I mean this seriously, in Western society is, it's a very sick society. And Ozzy Osbourne says, tell me, where do I belong in a sick society? Danae, good morning. Linda, good morning. Awesome having you all here. How do we rebel against this supposedly sick society? It certainly doesn't help attacking people or trying to convince them that they are wrong. In fact, the ease with which we attack those who are different from us is an entrenched part of the disease we've created in society. And we have to ask ourselves, do we for sure know that we are always right? And even when we are, do we have a deep understanding of what the most helpful course of action will be towards healing our society? Or will we create more damage with our aggressive certainty of what needs to change in the world? Jaiya John's answer to the sick society is to give birth to your original soul. This is a process of shaking off all that you are not until you remember what you really are. This original soul that is you is the essence of love that raises us all. It is the embodiment of love that knows when to act and when to wait, that knows when to say yes and when to say no, and even when it says no, still leaves none behind, because we only do better when we all do better. We only reach our full potential when we all reach our full potential. Ultimately, we have to understand that our options are to either contribute to the hate in the world or to contribute to the love in the world. And if our response to what is wrong in the world is an aggressive finger pointing and attacking, then we are just contributing to the disease of division. Become a soldier of this revolution. A soldier, do you get it? Embody your soul and double down on love, the love that has always been who you are. When you discover this within yourself, you will be an immovable force for good. Today's meditation acknowledges the problems we have in society, but asks us to take the responsibility for how we show up in this world. How do we do our own work and contribute to the healing in the world? Today's meditation is called TONGLEN. And if you're ready, let's close our eyes, slip away, and go there. Starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale, softening and falling with every exhale, I'd love you to lean into this visualization with me. Use a bit of imagination. And for a moment, imagine we are all the green leaves together on a tree. And just like the green leaves of a tree have the ability to breathe in what we think of as toxic, and the ability to alchemize that carbon dioxide, turn it into something good and breathe it out as oxygen for us to inhale. But in our visualization, imagine all of us together as the leaves on a tree, with the ability to inhale the dark clouds in the world around us. Breathe in the pain, the suffering. Inhale it all the way deep into your belly. Hold it there for a little while. Feel how it transforms. And breathe out love and light into the world around us. Lean into your imagination and watch how dark clouds are absorbed around our tree, breathed in and exhaled as light. Watch the light around our tree grow. We have to acknowledge that as much as when we place our attention on it, we can recognize a lot that is wrong with the world. A lot of greed, a lot of corruption. We have to recognize that all of these humans are souls too. There might be many humans who've completely lost touch with their soul. But there are souls nonetheless. When our reaction turns aggressive, we are not helping people get in touch with their souls. And when we get too angry about everything that's wrong in the world, we tend to become blind to all the good that is always present. Let's make a firm decision to keep an awareness of all the good and all the good people in the world around us. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. And roll out your neck muscles. Going forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right, in big half circles. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left, and also lean your upper body over to the right. Feel yourself leaning into your back muscles. Feel where the edges are, and gently, gently lean into those edges. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we can right now, We can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I guess the theme of today's meditation would be, can you recognize every human as a soul having a human experience? Even those you don't particularly like. Take your next big breath. we start our journey of Tonglen close to home, right at home, in fact. I want you to bring to your mind either the people you share a home with currently, or the people you used to share a home with, or all of them together, either way. Bring a picture of them together in your mind. Look at their faces. And you can do this exercise for the whole group, or see if someone in this group stands out to you today. And then do the exercise specifically for that person. Can you recognize them, each as a soul, having a human experience? And when we look at their human experience, can we recognize that they have things to deal with? Pain, suffering, dark clouds that sometimes make a human journey difficult. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, just imagine you can inhale the dark clouds around them. Breathe it deep into your belly. Hold it there for a while and feel it transform. Feel how you're alchemizing the pain and suffering into love and light. And breathe into the space around them. Love and light from your heart. And see how their soul recognizes this love and light around it. Take your next big breath. We'll make the circle slightly bigger and add to your group of people, add all the close family members. Add parents, add grandparents, add brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, add cousins and nieces and nephews. Bring this group together, see a picture of them all, look at their faces. And again, you can do the exercise for the whole group. Or if someone stands out to you today, and focus on that one person. Can you recognize them as souls having a human experience? And that sometimes their human experience comes with dark clouds that can make it difficult. As you take your next big breath, breathe into your belly their dark clouds. Hold it inside you for a while. Feel how it transforms, how you're alchemizing it into light. And then breathe into the space around them, love and light from your heart. And see how their soul recognizes the love and light. Take your next big breath. we're expanding the circle. Add all the people you know well in there. Friends, colleagues, friends of family members, friends of your kids, perhaps your kids' teachers. All names and faces you know fairly well. Bring them all together in a group. Take a look at their faces and either do the exercise for the whole group, or perhaps if someone stands out to you, focus on them. Can you recognize them each as a soul having a human experience? And that this human experience can come with difficulties. Everyone is fighting a battle that we might know nothing about. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see yourself inhaling the dark clouds around them. Breathe it deep into your belly, hold it for a while, feel it transform. And as you exhale, breathe into the space around them, love and light from your heart. And see how their soul recognizes the love and light around them. Take your next big breath. Then we'll make the circle much wider. This time we want to include all the faces without names that we also share space with. We sometimes sit in our bubbles at a traffic light. Sometimes we recognize the humans in their bubbles around us. Or we walk through a shopping center and brush shoulders with complete strangers. We might recognize the faces, sometimes not. The waiter, the waitress, the security guard. Make a collection of all these faces without names. Sometimes we might even know a name or two. Bring them together in your mind. See if anyone stands out for you today. Can you recognize them as souls having a human experience? And can you recognize that this human experience can sometimes come with dark clouds attached? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see yourself inhaling the dark clouds around them. Hold it in your belly for a few moments. Feel it transform, and as you breathe out, see how you're exhaling light and love into the space around them. And watch as their souls recognizes the love and light from your heart. Take your next big breath. and we'll make it a bit more challenging, fitting the theme of this morning's message. Can you open your heart wide enough to encompass all of the greedy people in the world? All of what we think of as corrupt people in the world? The dishonest people in the world that contribute to the troubles in society that our message spoke about this morning. Can we look at them and also understand that these are souls having a human experience? Perhaps they're not so connected to their soul. Perhaps they're completely disconnected from love. And their fear, corruption, and dishonesty really just comes from the fear they're experiencing in the world. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, can you also inhale their dark clouds? Hold it for a while and exhale into their space, love and light. Take your next big breath. And then for this very special circle of humans, each showing up as a bright light for the humans around them. Also, souls having a human experience. And can we recognize that in this circle as well, we might not know the difficulties that each human experience might be dealing with? Bring all of these humans together in your mind. See all of their faces. Perhaps someone stands out for you today. Perhaps you've gotten to know some of the people in this circle a little bit more personally. As you take your next big breath, inhale the dark clouds that might linger over the beautiful humans in this circle. Hold it in your belly, feel it transform, and breathe out into the space, love and light from your heart. And see how the souls recognize love and light from your heart. Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I read quite a few messages or quotes this morning that all reflect a similar thought. The problems in society and the fact that if we just conform to the problems, it doesn't make us any more healthy than society's problems. I won't read all of them again. I think we all have agreement there. But I want to read Jaiya John's message again and kind of highlight what he says, how we should respond. Jaiya John says, if being appropriate means conforming to a deeply pathological society, then by all means be wildly inappropriate. If finally seeing the oppressive suffering of others is painful, then endure the pain. If you want freedom from denial and guilt, then surrender to truth. Don't just observe the revolution. Be the revolution. Annihilate your old self and give birth to your original soul. Raise it. Jaiya John's recommendation is, be wildly inappropriate. Give birth to your original soul is the answer, he says. Shake off everything that's not you until you remember what you really are. This original soul that is you, this is the essence of love that raises us all. It is the embodiment of love that knows when to take action and when to wait. That knows when to say yes and when to say no. And even when it says no, it still leaves none behind, because we only do better when we all do better. And we only reach our full potential when we all reach our potential. Our job is not to fight anything in the world. Our job is to be love, show up as love, and stand up for love. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this sense of being deeply connected to my soul. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for perhaps understanding better and better what it means to show up as love. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to recognize where love is not present and simply not participating where love is not present. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the guidance that guides me to add my love to the places where I find love already being present. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being a bright light for the world around you. Michelle, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Hey, Colette, good morning. Happy to have you here live. Peter, good morning, dude. I hope that you sometimes have the opportunity to sit down with us for a few moments. Thank you, Danae. Beautiful comment. Thank you, Linda. It's always good to see you. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Shabs. Thank you, Anne-Marie. And who else might also be in the background. Have a beautiful day. Try and remember to recognize the souls around you, even when the human experience they're having is tough to deal with. Lots of love to all of you. Ciao, ciao.